all my life, born and bred. So I think for me it was almost a logical choice, but apart from being home for pretty much 51 years, I just love the proximity of it.
It wasn't necessarily a choice to buy off the plan. It was more just we were really impressed with the showroom and what was here, because once we came up and took a look at everything, we just thought it seemed like a really nice development and a really great place to live. And because I bought off the plan before and not had a great experience, so I was a little bit gun shy in that respect. But it was completely different this time. So it was actually a lot smoother and simpler, and it was a lot more transparent.
The idea of knowing no one else had lived in the particular place was a big win-win as well.
We bought an apartment. The size of it seemed really good. We bought a 2-bedroom place, but it was quite a big footprint for a 2-bedroom. So we were pretty excited about that. It seemed like a really nice use of space. And
I had a house previously and in Ashbury, and I was just
didn't want the work.
I just did not want the work. An old Federation style home, and I was forever, repairing walls and repairing, and it was just like, I've had enough of gardens, and I just want something low maintenance at this point. Yeah.
The fact that we were going to use mature plants really spoke to me as well, because I think sometimes when the complexes are new, they can feel a bit bare and a bit cold. But it didn't really feel like it was going to feel like that. So the more mature trees and that kind of thing would make it feel like home a bit sooner.
I was keen on the pool. I was definitely Wagner Oval. Definitely that open space. So we picked an apartment facing south and overlooking the pool as well. We found the experience of buying here at Ashbury Terraces pretty easy. We met Sean and it was really, it was really smooth. And I think then what he really did was tune into what we were looking at. So I think it was a really good sales, background there. But he was just asked us questions of what we were looking for.
And one of the architects I think was on hand at one point as well to sort of give us a little bit more of the insight. So that was good to get some of that understanding as well.
We've got some friends moving in as well, and potentially some others. So it'd be nice to create a little community and also get to know, other families and so forth. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
It's nice to stay in the area.
We've been living in Ashbury for about 17 years. Now, we recently sold our family home in Ashbury, and we had been looking to buy something smaller in the inner west, but just couldn't really find anything that suited our needs, and also that felt right and comfortable and that we were connected to.
The truth be known, Monsi's got very high standards, so lots of the properties that we looked at weren't good enough.
We wanted to be close to our local gym and the places we go to coffee and go to dinner, and we wanted also a place that had parking, which is sometimes really difficult to find in the inner west, and storage. Storage is like really difficult to find in any small place in the inner west, and the apartments here seem to have adequate storage, so that was also an important feature.
We wanted to have a property that had enough space for everyone so that you could be together, but you could also be separate. And because we've got 2 children and we don't want to do any preferential treatment, we wanted rooms that were a similar size as well, which was also difficult to find in a 3-bedroom property.
When we came here and had a conversation with Sean, who was our salesperson, a lot of the things that we had heard, he kind of was able to address very quickly. I mean, I did some research myself and could see that at least Coronation Properties has quite a good reputation, and we felt that there wasn't any really risk involved. We purchased an apartment. Probably the factor that influenced that was price, but also the fact that we've mentioned that our adult children will be living in the home. It would be a lot easier for them to maintain, less to clean up, and yeah, I guess they're probably the main reasons. And we like the idea of the balcony and being up high and having a really nice kind of view over the park, which is the apartment we bought will be overlooking Wagner Oval.
I think the landscaping really attracted us, and that when the trees and the plants are going in, that they're already going to be somewhat established. I mean, the design looks beautiful.
Yeah, and I think also the fact that the external building is brickwork and not cement like most of the modern buildings that have been built currently, and I think I like that look. Really impressed by how professional everybody is. Sean, who was our sales guy, he was so professional. He didn't push us into buying anything. He answered all of our questions and was incredibly patient when we went back and forth in terms of looking at apartment, terrace, apartment, and very different to any experience we've had with other real estate agents when you do go to purchase a property, and where there is pressure to, you know, either up the price or you need to make an offer by this day, or, you know, this was very pretty relaxed, really, to be honest. It was quite easy, we thought, yeah. And I'm excited today, having a look out the window, seeing how much progress has been made. It looks fantastic, and I can see that so far anyway, everything seems to be going to plan. So it's, yeah, we're pretty excited, and so are our kids.
Got relatives in the area that have lived around here, so I'm pretty familiar with the surrounds. So that sort of drove me towards it, yeah. The area, Ashbury. Chose to buy off the plan because you get a new development, and plus it gives you ample time to be able to come up with the balance of the funds, so it's staggered over a period and not have to sort of have it all up front. I bought a 2-level, 3-bed, 3-bath and 2-car apartment, and I like the fact that it had the courtyard was 60 square metre courtyard, ground level, back and onto the park, which attracted me to it. I liked the green space idea, so it gave you that relaxed feel with green space, and plus the fact that it's a low-rise development as compared to a lot of other developments, the huge developments, which I didn't really like. Yeah, so the low-rise is something that attracted me to it.
My name is Liz. I have been living in Maryland for a long time, and I've got 2 little girls, 7 and 13, and I will do business here across the road. I chose to invest in Mason & Main because of the potential that I see, you know, by investing here. I bought a 2-bedroom apartment in level 6. What appealed to me most is the location and the design. It was very impulsive because my daughter and I fell in love with the design, and we already live here, and I just thought I can walk across the road. I don't even need my car. Just easy access to be able to go to coffee shop downstairs, and you know, just accessibility of everything really. It has good potential, and I thought, why not? Look, you know, in 2023 I'll be ready to invest. Maybe right now I just needed 5-10%, which is much easier than coming up with everything. I run a business here for the last 10 years. We got everybody is welcoming. You know, it's a very multicultural place to live. So plenty of jobs, and it's a growing community. It's a multicultural people from all around the world is here because I run a business here for the last 10 years. You feel like you're living in the middle of the city without living in the city and paying the price of the city. It's a good potential place to raise your family too. I think the experience of living in the brand new place with cafes and restaurant downstairs will be pretty amazing. I like the fact that it's an apartment because I'm living in a house now. It's a lot of work to maintain a house. So I'm glad to have just 2-bedroom apartment with a study that converts into bedroom. So it's kind of like a 3-bedroom, but you're paying price for 2-bedroom, which I like. You know, they have got a display house in center of Maryland. It's easy to go and have a look what you're gonna get. The people are really professional. Every time I come here, the door is open. Come and have a look. If you love the place, buy, make a decision to change your future. It is a great place to live, I think, Maryland.
I'm Susanna.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we're sisters.
I'm older, 1 year older, but we live together. We actually live here in Marylands. We've lived in Marylands our whole life.
What I love about Marylands, it's proximity to the city and out west. It's got access to all the major highways and freeways. We've got a train station, we've got access to buses, the post office just down the road, the council chambers, police station. There's a big shopping centre here.
The Mason & Main staff, your agents, I have to say Andrew Polly in particular, patient, so patient. I've never dealt with agents like that before.
That's, I think, the biggest hesitation for anyone when they're buying off the plan is they don't know what they're going to get.
It's the fact that you can actually walk through a life-size model of where you will be living.
We both bought the 2-bedroom plus media room. What I'm looking forward to the most is just having all the space, all the new amenities, just having all the nice views and all the natural light that comes with having so much glass.
So the colour scheme we chose was this exact one where we're sitting in, so it's the darker scheme.
The first time we came through here together, it was actually a rainy day. This also is southwest facing, and yet we were just so surprised at the amount of light that was still coming in through the windows. So we can just imagine what it would look like on a northeast aspect, but also anyone who is considering buying on the southwest side can be sure that they're going to still get a lot of natural light into their apartment, even when it's raining.
Our experience so far, I think I can speak for Sue, is that it's been fantastic.